Michael's being very dramatic about me going to work, but I'm only going for a couple hours. I'm not in the mood to do like a full face of makeup. Really doesn't matter. It's more so just to like make myself feel a little bit better. Basically, here's the deal. And for anybody watching that does not have a uterus, I'm sorry, but this is real life, okay? I got my period today. If you are a woman and you have periods, you know how difficult the first day of getting your period is. So when you're a doctor, that doesn't really matter. You still have to go to work. You still have to take care of people. But I would say that if you have the option of resting, you should, because there's a lot going on in your body. There's a lot of inflammation going on in your body, and your body naturally wants to just rest, which makes sense. Also, it makes it a lot harder when you are a fellow because, your male co-fellows are not going to take time off because of something similar. But thankfully, like I said, today I'm just in a research rotation, so I don't have to take care of patients today. But in general, I think that during training, people don't do a good job of taking good care of themselves. Like if you get sick or something, you're just like, okay, I'll just muscle through it. I'll still go to work. No big deal. But I think it's important, especially as you go on through your training, to realize that like you're a person too, and you need days where you can just rest and take care of your body, because when you really push too much, that's when you run into issues. Like that's when you start to burn out. That's when you don't enjoy your work, and so on and so forth. I would encourage you, if you're in training or, if you're just a doctor and you don't do a good job of taking care of yourself, show up for yourself, because you show up for everyone else on a regular basis. And if you don't show up for yourself, no one else will. That's my little soapbox moment for today. Okay, now I look more like a human. It's actually a really beautiful day, which makes me feel a little bit better, even just like getting some sunshine and being outside. So I'm heading into work now. We have a lecture today. Our lecture is supposed to be with the medical students, and that should be fun. I actually really like teaching medical students. As a fellow, it's always really funny to like hear medical students like say different things when it comes to cardiology, because you're taught one way in school, like about how to say things and how to present things, but in reality it can be different. So if you want me to talk about that more, let me know. Some of my pet peeves that people say and they don't really mean a lot, or it's just incorrect. But anyway, should be a good lecture, so I'm headed there now. All right, so I made it to work, and now I'm heading to my attending's office because he's going to be the one lecturing us. All right, so I am done with lecture. Just caught up with the fellows for a little while. And now I'm going to head home and continue to work from home on my couch where I'm more comfortable. So I was talking to the fellows in the office about just like different things that are going on in our program. I think one thing that like a lot of people don't necessarily talk about in like social media and stuff is like training programs are not perfect. Every program is going to have something that they can always improve upon. We've been trying to get more of our concerns out there and just having more open conversations with our program directors. I think it's been going a lot better because, as a trainee, you don't want to be like the person that's like, oh, this is just like fellows complaining, but it essentially, I think it's an important skill to have, because one day we're gonna, go out into the professional world, into a real job position where, things are gonna happen and you have to know how to handle it in a professional manner. So we've started to do that more with our program directors, and just managing our expectations and also the program's expectations of us, and then also maximizing our education and our growth as future cardiologists. So I think it's really important that if you are in training, just know that there's going to be things that you might not like about your program, but the important thing is that you are being heard, that you are expressing what your concerns are, and that somebody is listening too. So we're very fortunate that we have 2 program directors that really care about us as fellows, and they want to see us succeed. So I think it's just been a lot better this year, because my first year I felt like, I'm just a first year, I don't know a lot, is this normal? So I would encourage anybody who is in training to always speak up. If you see something that you don't agree with, I wouldn't just sit with it. I think there's so many times in medicine that we just we're just the status quo. It is what it is, and training is supposed to just be hard, and it's supposed to essentially suck in a way, but it doesn't have to be that way. I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be that way. So if you see something, hear something, you have to do something about it.